When it comes to farming obsidian, you have three choices. You can continuously harvest the obsidian platform in the end. You can take advantage of a bug involving redstone, water and lava to convert the redstone into obsidian. And finally, you can create a ridiculously fast generator using nether portals. And this is the one that I'm going to be showing you today. There's a lot to explain, so feel free to use these buttons at any time to jump to specific points of the video. First things first, to show you the device in action. So to start it up, all you have to do is destroy this block of obsidian right here, and it begins. So you do actually need to man this. It's not automatic. Well, it's semi-automatic, but you need to be present to destroy the obsidian and extinguish the portals. So far, the maximum I've actually been able to generate from this is about 150 obsidian per minute. So at absolute maximum, that is 9,000 obsidian per hour. Now, that is a lot of obsidian. 9,000 would take a long time to mine. So this obsidian farm is extremely fast. Like I said, 150 a minute, it's going to take you a long time to mine all of this. So just from that short harvest, I gathered 118 obsidian blocks. So let's take a look at how it works. Many people know that the game actually automatically can generate a portal. So the way this works is, if there is not a portal in the dimension you're travelling to, the game will automatically generate it. Now, there are many things that can go through portals, such as entities and players. So I'll demonstrate this. As you can see, an entity has passed through it. So if this portal no longer exists, what you'd expect to happen is the game to generate a new portal. But that's not actually the case. So as you've just seen, even though an item has been shot through a portal, a new portal is not generating. Now why is this? Well, it's quite simple really. A portal has about a 36-second cooldown timer. Now what this timer does is it basically counts up to around 36, and if this portal hasn't been used in that time, then it will generate a new portal. But if any time less than 36 seconds, so if I were to use this portal after 15 seconds of having used it, it won't generate a new portal. It only is after the 36-second cooldown. And this is key in this system. Why is this key? Well, think about it. If I have to wait 36 seconds for a portal to spawn, then my obsidian farm isn't going to be very fast. So how exactly do we resolve this issue? Well, the answer is actually very simple. We just use multiple portals. Now each of these portals has a separate timer. So we can sync it up in a way that we can eliminate the 36-second limit. So what we have here is 9 portals. Now 9 is important, and I'll explain why. As I mentioned earlier, there is a 36-second cooldown timer. So this is a clock. It goes off every 30 seconds. It will send a pulse into the circuitry. So this is just hooked up to a dispenser which fires items. And after that there is a 4-second delay. Now the reason for this 4-second delay is basically to give you enough time to destroy the portal that's the newly spawned portal. Why do we need to do this? Because if after those 4 seconds I didn't destroy that portal, what's going to happen is this dispenser is going to fire an item through this portal, and the game will go, okay, so there's actually a portal in Nether already, so what it will do is it will use that pre-existing portal in Nether. So let's say I still don't destroy that portal in the Nether, and it fires this item. Well, what's going to happen is the game's going to go, well, there's still that portal, so I'm just going to use this portal. So what we actually want to do is when that portal spawns, we want to destroy it. So when the next dispenser fires, the game will go, okay, is there a portal there? It will go, no, there's no portal there, so it spawns a new one. We destroy that one, and then the process repeats itself. So this raises the question, why have I only done 9? Well, it's quite simple. 36 divided by 9 is 4. So that's 4 seconds delay. So because of that 4 seconds delay, we can only actually fit 9 portals in the 36 seconds. Now what I mean by that is if we were to add, say, a 10th portal at the end, what's going to happen is the 10th portal is going to sync up to the first portal. So basically there's no point adding a 10th portal because it will just sync up with the first and you can't destroy both portals in time. Okay? Now, if you were hypothetically capable of extinguishing a portal in 1 second or less, then technically we could have 36 of these portals because there's only a 1 second delay, then we can fit 36 into the 36 second cycle. So, I didn't automate this, but it can be automated, and I'll show you the method. So, this here is our overworld portal. What we're going to do is imagine that we chuck an item through it, or a dispenser's item through it. So what's going to happen, we're going to chuck it through, and it's going to go into the nether. So let's say that there is no valid portal in the nether. What's going to happen is the game's going to generate a new portal. But what we can actually do is we can set this up in a way that we can force the game to spawn it in a certain area. So a valid point is a 4 by 4 by 1 area. So this area, where the obsidian is here, that is a valid area because there's enough headroom and there's enough width and height and length. So what's going to happen is the game's going to generate the portal in this position here. Then the item that you threw through the portal will land on this pressure plate like that, and it will dispense lava. Now what the lava is going to do is it's going to extinguish the portal. So once that portal has been extinguished, what's going to happen is this place here is actually no longer valid. So let's say we set up 100 of these spots. Basically what we can do is, without us having to actually do anything, we can just stand there and watch it happen. The game will automatically place the portals for us, and then we can just collect them once it's all filled up. Now, the reason I didn't actually do this was quite simple. The game is a little bit sloppy in its portal hunt. So what I mean by that is it will find a valid place, it's perfectly fine, but sometimes it just will not spawn the portal there, even though it's a valid place. So in this scenario, what would happen is the game would force a portal. Now what forcing a portal means is the game just generates a portal around about where the coordinates of that portal should be. So what would happen then is it could potentially destroy your system. Well, it would already basically stop your system, but it could destroy your system, and you do not want that. So that's why I didn't do this, because it's not necessarily completely reliable, but in theory it should work. Okay, so now how do you set this system up? What you want to do is you want to go to your spawn chunks. Now the spawn chunks are the chunks around where you initially spawn. The reason you're doing that is because the spawn chunks are constantly loaded, and that's key here. So you're going to go to spawn chunk, and you want to find some coordinates that divide by 8 to a round number. So 568 and 536 divide by 8. Now you can ignore the y coordinate for now, because that's not really important. So once you've done that, you're going to repeat this, not repeat any, you're just going to set up a portal 8 blocks away. So in between each portal is 7 blocks. Now this is important because if I were to set this portal up too near to this portal, then the game might actually consider both those portals the same one. They need to be distinct portals for this to work properly. Next, you want to go to the nether, and you want to find the coordinates of where that portal should be in the nether. So you divide those coordinates by 8 and you go there. Now you want to do this on the same height. So I was 107 in the overworld, and I'm 107 in the nether. So preferably what you want to do is you actually want to do this quite low down in the overworld, strictly because so you don't have to basically clear all the area in the nether. So what you want, the ideal location really is above a lava lake like this. So let's say, for example, that I've set the portal up in the overworld at level 60. Okay, so this is actually a 40 by 40 chunk of emptiness, and you need this. So at level 60 you would make a platform of maybe 30 by 30, and basically what you want is you don't want any blocks around the area. So it doesn't need to be all the way to the top of the ceiling, but you just need to make sure there's no nearby caves or anything near. So like I said, a lava lake is ideal. So you set up the platform, and you're also going to need two other things. You're going to need an efficiency 5 pickaxe, and you're also going to need a beacon with haste 2 on it. Basically, the reason behind that is you need to be able to destroy that portal as quickly as possible, so you need the best kind of pick. And there you have it, a ridiculously fast obsidian generator.